Syracuse University is moving all classes online next week and is now pausing most in-person student activities. This comes after a surge of COVID-19 cases on campus and across the county. We want to get right to the numbers on campus. 20 new cases reported just today, 19 of them being students. That brings the total number of active cases to 88 on campus. Additionally, 480 students are quarantining for possible exposure. SU expects the numbers to continue to rise this week. Vice Chancellor Mike Haney saying the decision to move online is to curb the spread and ensure students can get a safe departure from campus. Students will still be able to attend classes in person this week, but starting next Monday, be online. Students are still able to use the libraries and will be able to work out in the Barn Center with adjusted hours. Meanwhile, the university is putting a number of activities on pause until further notice. Students will not be able to participate in any in-person activities, Greek-like activities, and all other school, college, or student organization-sponsored events. All students are also told that gatherings may not exceed 5 individuals who do not live together. And tonight, students across campus are reacting to the change. Citrus TV reporter Luis Rath joins us live with what they are saying. Luis? All right, it looks like we're having a little bit of technical issues with Luis. We will bring you to her as soon as we get the chance. But this shift in classes comes as Onondaga County and the city of Syracuse are seeing a wave of new infections, 120 new cases being reported in the last 24 hours. There's 868 active cases in the county, and more than 2,000 people are in quarantine. There was a string of exposures across Syracuse this week. The Onondaga County Health Department identified exposures along 2 Centro bus routes, Tully's in Fairmount, and at Margarita's Cantina downtown. This has led Governor Andrew Cuomo to step in and implement new measures.
Parts of Erie, parts of Monroe, parts of Onondaga will go to yellow zones. Yellow zones have certain restrictions, 25% max for mass gatherings, 4 people at a table maximum for dining, schools get 20% testing, bars and restaurants close at midnight.
Now, this isn't the first time SU has seen a surge in COVID-19 cases. Now, there's something different about this one. A few things. Number one, this is the first time any spike in COVID cases on campus has come at the same time as a spike in COVID cases in the larger central New York community. The very low infection rate we are seeing in CNY is what allowed Syracuse to open in the first place. Now, we aren't seeing that low infection rate anymore. Schools which had to shut down much earlier because they had such a number of cases. And the second thing is the number of students in quarantine. University officials told us early in the semester that a major factor that could play into a shutdown was the number of rooms the university had available for students to quarantine and isolate. SU officials tell us they are quarantining students in multiple locations now. A member of their public health team tells us as of late last week, they are using 4 floors of the Sheraton, Sky Hall 1, as well as Winding Ridge. And as it stands right now, 480 students are in quarantine, and a third goes back to differences between now and past outbreaks on campus. About a month ago, we had a student visiting Binghamton contract COVID on his way back and have a party. That party and others at the same time, according to SU, led to the infection of 68 people, or a super spreader event. A few weeks later, there were a number of COVID cases from an event at the Orange Crate Bar and an event at an unrecognized Greek life house. Worth mentioning, multiple sources at that party, at Orange Crate rather, was a birthday party attended by 30 people. In both cases, it appeared the university was able to successfully contact trace. This time, it seems to be a bit tougher. We have yet to hear of any singular event that has led to this outbreak. About an hour and a half ago, I spoke with a Student Association Vice President, Ryan Golden, to get his take on SU moving online. He's among those who questioned why SU tried opening at all. Golden is not alone in his belief. We spoke with faculty and students over the summer who said it was not safe for SU to reopen. Here's what Ryan had to say earlier.
Really surprised. I figured that something like this would happen. My fear of this is why I ended up moving back home mid-semester, just because I didn't really think it was going to pan out for that long. I'm surprised we got as far as we did. All the information that I've gotten indicates that this current spread is harder to contain than the ones that we've had in the past. So that's why the university is taking the precaution of moving things online.
Now, SU did open, and it appeared we had made it through the semester, just 2 weeks away, but not anymore. We want to thank Ricky Reports for getting that for us. Now, looking at what's ahead for Syracuse University next semester, right now, SU is planning for in-person instruction. Students can register fully in-person classes, which will not be recorded or streamed, or they can choose for hybrid and online classes that will be offered. The university has a tentative schedule for the spring semester. There's no spring break in order to minimize the risks related to travel during the pandemic. And by this time next week, the deans of each school will tell students their plans for next semester. Right now, it is unknown if study abroad programs will continue as scheduled.
And so what we've learned so far is that the saliva test works well. We think that the pre-arrival test was excellent in starting us off well. And then when we combine that with an arrival test right as classes started, we really started the semester from a position of very little virus on campus.
And while we hope to be back in the spring, this will be the last broadcast inside the Citrus TV studio for this semester. This is also the last Citrus TV broadcast for myself and a number of seniors graduating in just a few weeks. I want to say thank you to all of them, to all of those who came before us who made this place so special. This place has made such an incredible impact on my life, and I will forever be grateful. Thanks for watching. For the final time, I'm Greg Bradbury. Good night.